What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers are back in action today against the Dallas Mavericks. Currently, the Lakers are in sixth place because there were some games that played yesterday. But the Lakers are only a game and a half out of second place and half a game out of third. If the Lakers were to beat the Dallas Mavericks, then they'd be tied for third place with the Denver Nuggets. So the Lakers absolutely need to get this win. And a couple factors, right? One, Dallas will be on a second game of a back-to-back. They played yesterday against the Memphis Grizzlies, and luckily, the Memphis Grizzly-Dallas Maverick game was a pretty good game to where, it wasn't just this, like the Grizzlies were getting smacked until the fourth quarter, but then they went on a nice little run and at least made Dallas have to work a little bit, right? Made Dallas have to play their guys pretty heavily, right? 3 of their 5 starters ended up playing 35 minutes plus, and then Luka played 44 minutes, which is good. Jaden Hardy played 34 minutes, so it was good, right? You needed that. You needed Memphis to kind of push them a little bit, kind of wear them out as they go and play the Lakers, right? Now it's time to have the Lakers lock down, hone in, and go pull out this W. Finish the in-season tournament. We won it. I love it. I'm very excited, very happy, but now it's back to getting and working for the regular season to get the seeding for the playoffs and then go win that Larry O'Brien trophy. Let's be the first team ever in the first year ever to win both the in-season tournament as well as the NBA championship. The other big thing that is in our favor is that Dallas will be without Kyrie Irving. So that means that Jared Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish get to just hound and harass Luka Doncic. They don't have to, worry about Kyrie and Luka and have this back and forth. No, they both can just hone in all of their energy, all of their efforts directly into Luka. So I'm expecting that to be the game plan of hey, they don't really have anybody else, so lock down and focus. Now, look, Dallas can absolutely still get hot. Luka is still Luka. Luka is absolutely going to go get his. But it's about making him work, making things hard on him, right? You look at yesterday, Luka had 35 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He was 9 of 21 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 2 blocks, 2 steals, and only 3 turnovers, right? When Luka's playing like that, you're probably not beating them. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we get him, 9 of 25 or something like that, right? Because that could be the difference between you winning or losing against the Dallas Mavericks. They're a team that can knock down shots, hit big threes. Like even yesterday, they were 17 of 40, shot 43% from three-point range. We got to make sure that that's not happening, right? We got to apply pressure. We got to stick to it. We've been the best defensive team in the league the last 4 games since Jared Vanderbilt returned. And we need to continue that momentum, right? We got to work hard. Dallas had a tough game against the Grizzlies. I mean, Dallas was up pretty much the most part, but like I said, the Grizzlies and especially Triple J really tried to make things interesting, really tried to just try to steal this win. And I mean, Jaren Jackson had 41 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. He had an excellent game. Right, and then even Desmond Bane delivered 28. Outside of that, you only had one other guy in double figures, and they still put up 113 points. So Dallas doesn't have the defense. They have their only engine in Luka Doncic. The Lakers are the best defensive team in the league. You're very likely going to have LeBron and AD for at least this game. Because the Lakers have a back-to-back, so they play the Dallas Mavericks, and then tomorrow they play the San Antonio Spurs. If the Lakers were going to rest either LeBron or AD or both, it would be against the Spurs, not Dallas, right? Because even if you lose to the Spurs, it's okay because it's not going to impact any tiebreakers or anything like that. It's not going to have major seeding implications other than you just got a loss that you hopefully didn't want. But I also think the Lakers can beat the Spurs without LeBron or AD. I think they should still beat them without both, but that's just me. They're still an NBA team, and they're still very capable of winning, and they still have a guy named Victor Wembanyama, so you never know. But look, LeBron's got to be LeBron, right? LeBron has a good history against Luka. LeBron usually shows up, plays well against Luka. Anthony Davis needs to absolutely dominate. We need our stars to step up and kind of help establish us back into the regular season, right? As I mentioned, LeBron 7-5 record against Luka. It's great. Time to go make it 8-5. AD shouldn't be, Lively shouldn't be just dominating the Lakers, right? He had an excellent game against the Memphis Grizzlies yesterday. You look at Lively, he had 16 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 8-9 from the field with 1 block. Anthony Davis should be cooking that. That should be barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken, especially after what he did to Miles Turner. Anthony Davis needs to go and dominate this game. LeBron, I expect to do LeBron things. And I expect the Lakers to pull out this W. I expect the Lakers to show up and right the ship, right? The Lakers are on technically a 4-game win streak. If you look at their record, it says 3-game win streak. That's because the finals of the in-season tournament, it didn't count for the regular season record. So the Lakers have won 4 straight. Time to go win 5, right? You got to go win this fifth game in a row, which would technically be 4. And, I mean, even when you look at the Lakers' schedule coming up, their next, 5 games are all very winnable. You got the Mavericks off of a back-to-back without Kyrie. The Spurs, the Knicks, the Bulls, and the Timberwolves. That's your next 6, right? Or we'll say the Thunder, too, because from the Mavs to the Thunder, 6 out of those 7 games are on the road. Literally, the only home game that you have is against the Knicks. So, Lakers should beat the Mavs. You should beat the Spurs twice. I believe you should beat the Knicks at home. I think you should beat Chicago on the road. Timberwolves are going to be tough, especially on the road. Thunder, I think we should beat the Thunder. But again, they're going to be tough on the road. I think bare minimum in these 7 games between the Mavs and the Thunder before we go play the Celtics on Christmas Day, I personally think that the Lakers should finish this 6-1, maybe at worst 5-2. I think the Mavs, Spurs, Knicks, and Bulls should all be W's, right? So that's 5. Timberwolves, I could see being a loss just because, again, you're coming off of a back-to-back between the Bulls and the Timberwolves. You're playing, literally, you're playing 6 games in 5 nights or whatever it is, so that's tough, right? It's just, it's going to be a little tiring. And all those road games and stuff, I could see that one kind of being a drop. And then the Thunder, Thunder like to get out, get to run. They're tough at home. I could see the Thunder maybe giving us some trouble. But I'd like to beat the Thunder, right? Lose to the Wolves, beat the Thunder. And then, maybe if you rest LeBron and AD for that second Spurs game to get them a little rest, maybe the Spurs take it, which I wouldn't be too upset with. I still believe that the Lakers should win, but I wouldn't be too mad at that. But like I mentioned, AD and LeBron, they need to right the ship. They need to get this team back into gear for the regular season. Because, everybody's going to be riding a high. Everyone's going to be super excited. Everyone's kind of feeling themselves right now. You don't want to have that get smacked back to reality type game. You want to show up to this game with reality intact and let's do what we got to do, right? And we need Anthony Davis to continue to be a monster. We need all of the role guys. Austin Reeves, did he really turn the corner? Right? I mean, he was excellent in the in-season tournament games. He's a guy that has shown that he's not afraid of the moment. He's a guy that has shown that he is more than capable of being him in big games. He's not having the best regular season, but he's not having a bad regular season. People act like Austin Reeves has just been trash all year. Don't get me wrong, he's had some pretty bad games. But for the most part, he's been good. He just hasn't been last year Austin Reeves good, right? In the playoffs in that back half. But he's still been very good. It's mainly been his three-point shot just hasn't fallen. Even in that game the other day where he had 28 in the finals game, right? Like he still didn't make a three, right? I think once his three starts falling, that'll really help his game a lot too. But can he right the ship for the regular season? Right? Because, I mean, look, I have full confidence in him come playoff time, but we still got to get to the playoffs, and we still got to get a decent seeding, and, we got to win some games between now and then. Still a lot of basketball to be played between now and playoff time, right? So I'd like to see that. Still, we need to be the number one defense. We've been number one since Jared Vanderbilt came, like I said, the last 4 games, although the Pacers game didn't count. But it's time to really start establishing ourselves and showing like we're here, right? You don't want to win the in-season tournament game and then follow that with a loss, right? You want to win that in-season tournament and then come out and win another game or go on like a 3 or 4 game win streak ideally, right? You beat the Mavs, the Spurs, the Knicks, the Bulls, and you go on a 5-game winning streak out of the in-season tournament. All of a sudden it's like, okay, no, like we're for real here. And you start sending that message to the rest of the league. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think the Lakers get the W tonight? Do you have your concerns that it's kind of like that, like sort of trap game? How do you feel? What your thoughts are? Love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below.